Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Minnesota Vikings. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now Goff on first down. And he will find the open man as Jamon Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Goff on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Back to throw, Goff. Wide open receiver, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Goff. And this is incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. Third down here.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Third and long. It's Goff. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction unfortunately haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They run, Cook. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
From the 17, Allen going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Allen. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Nice catch right there. It brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
At their own 15-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. They run. It's Gurley. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Goff. He's letting it into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
They'll run on 1st down. Cook. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Allen gonna throw. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And that'll make it 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
36.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And inches at the 37-yard line.
Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard. Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. No score after 1 on EA Sports. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Goff. And he's got his target. That's more. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
On first down, it's Gurley. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Able to find Switzer. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line.
First down, Los Angeles.
Goff now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Goff. This will be caught by Brown. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
off in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Here's Goff. And it's caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Runner. Mike 51. Defense wins championships, baby.
To the air, Allen. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's able to find Diggs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald with a sack.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Throwing now is Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Drop deep, drop deep. Wide, get wide.
From the gun, Allen. And that is incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense. Well, that's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out before he knew it. He had hit the sideline. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Goff now looking to throw. He'll get this one to Switzer. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, here's Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And he's stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 1st down, Keenum. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
To throw, it's Allen. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
It's caught. Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Keenum. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Samson Abukum just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Allen. And Diggs has it. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fairly short kick taken at the 14 here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing now is Keenan. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Check 99. Check 99.
From the 50, it's Keenum. Jones has it. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Keenum on first down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On first down, it's Cook. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Running the jet sweep with Jones. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. An 8-yard touchdown run as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And they got the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Goff. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Now Goff on first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Throwing on third. Goff. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Dalvin Cook, 98 yards, and the Vikings have taken the lead. And that's the type of play that'll give your sideline some juice, a long touchdown pass.
And it's like a bolt of lightning, isn't it? That suddenness of that play brings everyone to their feet in the stadium, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Give him credit for making that type of a play call, even more credit for how they executed it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Mike Daniels makes the tackle. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 2nd and 9, Goff. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
First down, Rams.
Goff now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
We got 4. We got 4. Here goes 52.
Cook following the penalty. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing on second and long. Keenum. It's caught. Smith. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Keenum now a perfect 6 for 6 since taking over. Can't ask for better than that. 1st and 10. Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They run again on first down. Cook. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Check safety, check safety.
They'll try the air now with Keenum. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 21.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Keenum. He completes it to Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
On 2nd and goal, Keenum to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted.
He's checking crack.
Keenum now on 3rd and goal. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
At their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Henderson will try and run for the first. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
58 for Mike, 58 for Mike.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Call that a very strong gain of 24. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Goff now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Goff. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. From the red zone now, Goff. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Crosby connects on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put...
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A little jet sweep to start the drive, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now on 2nd and 13. Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Goff. Able to find Switzer. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
We want it. Come to my
Henderson now on 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 2nd and 9, Goff. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
3rd and 2, Goff. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. 1st down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
On first down, gone. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll run on first down. It's Henderson. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
At the 19-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run once more with Henderson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. On 4th down, Goff. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll look to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man is Switzer, complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and run for it with Brown. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is Week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much.